Got a new set of Star BeadLocks here. We're going to mount a tire on. New wheel, old tire. Try to go through some of the steps how to do a beadlock, and let you see the Star wheel and how it all works. They definitely package it. There we go. Out of the way. There's the bolts and the center cap and the spacers and whatnot. We don't need that yet. Here is the wheel. Put the valve stem in it.
Those are bolt-on valve stems?
Yeah, the bolt-in valve stem. Or if you run a tube, you just put the tube in there. And just so, for knowledge, apparently, Walmart will not do bolt-in valve stems because Walmart sucks. And they don't really want to do anything other than just change a tire on a Prius or something. But they are the only place that's open late, so we gotta try. Valve stems in. There's the wheel. There's our used tire. Somewhere over there, though. There it is. I usually use Dawn and water for about everything. It's slippery. Let's see if we can get this thing go on. And I'm putting the arrow on the outside because that is fancy beadlock ring. Sit there and then we can put some bolts together. Very well taped. Already did one on the other side. So these things are very, very well taped on here. One sets in there like that, and then the other one goes on the bolt. It's like a little socket, little ball socket type deal. So they go in there, center everything up. You want to anti-seize these. Put a little bit of anti-seize on each bolt before you put it in, just so there's no, it don't gall or seize up in there. I really don't take much. A little bit in there. We'll load the holes and come back for more. Get a couple of the bolts started here. I try to go across and across to start off to get the tire to sit down. Move that up on that side. So once that's Once those are started, I'll just start this. And this is just how I do it. It's not like law. I'm not saying you have to do shit this way.
The golden standard of beadlocks.
And these are non-tubed. So if you got a tube, naturally you'll have the tubing to worry about, and that's a different process as far as what goes into it. All right, we got a couple threads in on them, and we'll start cranking them down, get them to torque, get close to torque, and we want to start out with 10 foot-pounds. Well, I'm going to go foot-pounds. There's inch-pounds and foot-pounds. I'm going to go foot-pounds, and then go up from there, 3 increments. The paperwork says this stuff, but it'll be 10, 16, and 22's final torque. So that's how we roll. And then I skip around because I don't want to bend the ring, and I go slow on taking it in. Just take it in a little at a time. Get it pretty close to down, everything's set. Jump over to this, set it in one. Get it snug down just a tad, I don't go crazy. We're going to start off at 10. It's real close to right there. All right, we'll go up to 16. And then 22. The reason I decided to do this, honestly, is because the owner that bought these wheels for his truck was asking me to show him how to do it, because he's never messed with beadlocks or anything, didn't really understand how they worked. So hopefully with this, he will understand, I guess, the benefits of beadlocks. Not only do they look cool, they actually function too. They got a purpose. There we go. This one is ready for air. We're going to go ahead. Can you hand me that, please? We'll go ahead and get this a little more soap here. Oh, check this out. I didn't say anything about this or anything. If you can come in here close, they've got teeth knurled in this, or knurls, or whatever you want to call it. That way the tire, it keeps the tire from slipping on the wheel.
Oh, very cool.
All right. There goes no teeth.
What did you say about the air pressure? How much air pressure to get it to?
Oh, the tire
seat?
says on it.
Each tire is probably different.
Yeah, don't exceed, with these, it says don't exceed 40 pounds to seat the bead. I typically don't go over 20 to do mine, but the other one of these took a little more. I don't know if it's because it's new or what the deal is. Or it's got that, all that going on back there. Got a hell of a tight bead.
Now, have you ran the race stars very much yourself?
I've got, on Raggedy Ann, I've got a set of double beadlock race stars, and I just got the fronts to match them. So I ran the double beadlocks up. It was the only set of wheels that I had for it in the beginning, and then I switched back and forth and all that depending on tires. Once I got another set of wheels.
How you feel they stack up quality-wise? So before the air compressor interrupted us, how you feel about the quality of these wheels?
I like the quality of them. I think there's a lot of quality there. I don't know of anybody that's broke these wheels in racing conditions. I'm sure in accidents and stuff like that, stuff happens. But I do know of other people that's broke some of the competitors' wheels. So I feel like the quality I feel like the quality's there. Like I really do. To answer your question, I know a lot of people that has went to Raystar because of the quality. So
They're pretty light too, aren't they? They're pretty light also.
Some of them are a little heavier. I've not weighed any, so I don't know. Like I think this wheel here is a little heavier than like the wheel that I have.
Yeah, I think this one's 23 pounds.
It's going to depend on the wheel and then the combination. Like we don't have any tubes in these, so naturally this is going to be lighter than this same wheel with a tube. That's what we got.
Looks good.
Got the D shaft, whatever they call that. We got, this is a slug that we cut out of this other shaft I got, but we need another one of these to make the steering shaft for that. So we're gonna cut this down, and then I guess I'm gonna show you with a teammate how Redneck's mill shit. Here we go. It's gonna be awesome. Like it? Here we go. Nope, I lied. Give me a second. Here we go. Kind of made do with what we had. Kind of learning that seems like when we need witty stuff, it's this guy that comes up with all the bullshit to figure out how to make shit happen. But it works. At least it worked last night. We'll find out if it works again.
I would keep this one. It's already been in the thing.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and put a new disc on here. Since we're going to take it off. Get the right depth.
Got the tape. That's gonna be perfect.
No, that don't.
Is it supposed to wobble like that?
Who are you laughing with? Sick Jim. I got you that time. You want a full gas? We'll put some grease on your fingers.
I'm good.
Run it.
There's no faster than the water will be.
The glass getting smaller. We got a long way to go.
That pipe.
What pipe?
Because that one's smaller, right?
Yeah, good ways to go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you did.
Melt the tape out.
Oh, it seems like it's jumping.
That looks like it's too big straight. Right there, yeah. That's close.
It's kind of tapered too. Keep it straight. Precision's out the window with this method, but it will work.
The fine joint will be on here.
Yep. And this guy will be up here. We're not cutting very much off this bitch.
No.
Well, it will be with the joint. It'll be about down here, I think. And the joint will be in here. We'll have a standoff here. Was we putting a standoff here, or was we gonna do it?
I would put it in the short run, so if you ever have to take your column apart, you can take the top apart.
Well, with us doing it like this, this will bolt in. It should slide right out of it. I would like to have it on the column if I can have it on the column. You know what I mean?
I was just saying this right here.
I'm sure we'll have to clean that fucking thing all up.
Yeah, I was seeing that, but I guess that was too tall.
Take it right here like this.
You're fine. I can get reach.
That's yeah, what I hit the thing. Your set is pretty much right where it needs to be, I think.
This.
I think.
That's how we had it originally was going to do it. But this knuckle is bigger, so it's going to have to go up. Let's see. The idea is to have this kind of up this way. That's gonna put this up here. And I'll hold this in. And the shaft will come over in there. So probably over there somewhere.
You see the knuckle.
Do it like that.
Or yeah, you do that way.
Stick it up in there like that. That will let us bring that down to there. Something about like that right there. If we run that like that, but if we run it up here like that, where you want it.
Right off at the bend.
Seriously.
Straight up.
So,
Well, I mean, honestly.
that one there long enough. Oh, you got that one.
I got that one, and I got this one. Mm-hmm.
Have to cut the. We can bring it all the way down to here.
Just
Actually,
need to
might
cut
even bring
like
it down
that.
to here. Have to cut the
Fish mouth on.
fish mouth at an angle on it.
So you can still screw it down in there, both too. So.
Yeah.
That'll work good.
And that'll strengthen the steering column and everything.
That's some good work there. Oh, looks good.
Kind of like that. Maybe a little bit shorter. We can fine tune it where it wants it.
How much is the engagement?
Does it roll any better? Sorry. So this is the one you made.
Yep. We just turned it down so it would fit into the steering shaft.
Turned out good. Let's see.
But you have to pay attention to that D shaft.
What one?
This one, because if you stick it in too far.
Yeah, it hinder the. That's all of them.
But I mean, if anything, we could just shorten that little piece. We could chop a 1/2 inch off of it, and it still fits perfect.
Definitely want all the radius we can get in it.
Correct.
Which is only that fucking much here. Right there is where it needs to sit. So we might need to trim it down a little.
We have to make sure
Get
we
this
that
one.
right.
Yeah, we'll get this one here in and built, and then figure that out. It's hot over there. We're driving this bitch tomorrow. It's all Oz.
Don't grab it because it's still hot. I wouldn't do you like you would me.
After you polish it enough, it'll turn almost chrome.
Get this.
Here you're good at polish.
Get this pitting, Carl.
It's just rumor. It's
Hey.
hearsay.
I mean, it depends on what they polish.
That's what I heard.
Don't make it gay.
Done did.
You said it wrong.
Always on that shit.
That don't even fit in there, bud.
What'd you do? Supposed to.
Is this gonna mean some more mill work?
How the hell's that double D shaft fitting one side, not the other?
Bromine? No? Welded up.
Sure.
Hmm?
Think so? It is still kind of hot.
It started to go. There we go. Spin on it again. Work that spin. Pow. A little bit of saliva goes a long way.
There it is. That's it right there.
It's not the only thing.
This one here goes there. Here.
Well, we're gonna have to take that collar off.
That one?
Yeah, that
Right.
pushes the collar.
It pushes.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize. I thought you had to tight. I didn't want to
Right on back.
go crazy with it.
Trying to keep your wheel boxes. You trying to keep your wheel boxes? No.
That should work. Once it's welded.
Looks good.
Don't leave a whole lot of room for the headers there, but
That's the side man.
to it again. You know what? Look at that. On this side, it looks like that other side.
Hit it with your purse.
It's probably maybe go in. I mean, it looks like it should go in. He said hit it. It's still hot as fuck too.
Is it?
So it's where you go?
Was that in there?
Oh, it's following them.
Might have to jump. I might have to jump up in there.
Yeah, caught in the bearing cup.
Yeah, at the top. So we can hit it. Here we go. Let one go.
I don't think so.
I can't see. Well, that was a whole ordeal, wasn't it?
Shoot, man, we just need to tighten them some bitches up.
Put your slug back on there.
Well, we tighten them some bitches up, put that on there, and then work it. Got the block is all done and ready to go for Raggedy Ann. Pistons, rings, got everything here, and gonna start filing rings. Just had to go over the crank. JE dropped the ball on me and didn't weight match my pistons, so we had to go over the crank and spin it up in the balancer and do all that stuff to see if we could make it work, as my crank has a lot of heavy weight in it already. So it looks like it's gonna work out, so I'm gonna start getting rings ready and start the assembly process. I have been filing rings for a little bit now, actually a good long bit, but I finally got them all filed, moved on to the pistons, getting them ready to put on the rods, get the rings on them. But I wanted to share something that I do. I'm not sure if everybody does it, or what. I'd say it'd probably be good for boost and nitrous, a power adder. The sharp edges on the pistons, if you can see them, like all these sharp edges around the valves and the dome, those are thin spots, and that's a good place for a piston to start burning if you miss a tune-up a little bit. So I like to just take them and round them all off. And it's kind of hard to see. I rounded all the edges on the pistons, so that's what I do. I'm not sure, like I said, if that's a common thing. I do know nitrous don't like those sharp edges. So getting the spiral locks in the pistons, getting ready to mount them on the rods. These are your spiral locks. This is how they come, flat. Wrist pin is what these hold in. Get 2 of them on each side of the piston. So this will get stretched apart. You just peel it open on each end and pull it apart. It will look like that once you pull it apart. It's kind of hard. I'm here. I don't have a way to hold the camera anywhere to be able to video, I don't think. There we go. Let's see if we can do it. show you. So I just stick my fingers in it like that, pull it apart. And then those go in a little groove in here. You can see the groove there. You gotta thread them down in there basically. Sometimes it's a pain in the butt. There we go. And once it starts going, you can push it right on down in with your nail. Sometimes I'll use a little screwdriver. Then I do take the screwdriver and push it down tight to itself. That way there's room for the other one to go in. And there you have it. As you can see, where the first one stops, right there is where I try to start the second one. That way they stack in. Assembly lube is your friend. Oil it up real good. We use Lucas around here. And realistically, you can never really use too much, but if you use not enough, it can be bad. So just goo it all up and you're good to go. There's that. There is that. Wrist pin can get some too. May as well, right? There we go. There it is. Got to get the spiral locks on this side, and we'll have one on the rod. There we go. One piston made it to the rod, and then I will move on. Once I get the rest of them all done, I'll move on to putting the rings on. Pistons are in. Camshafts in. Working on cleaning the front cover. Got oil pressure sensor is setting in there. All the plugs are back in the engine. So I got to go get a couple parts tomorrow, and hopefully, if not make it out tomorrow, I'll be back out Wednesday to hopefully finish up as far as I can go. Wednesday, Thursday. We'll see how it goes.
All right, everybody, Jess here. Just wanted to hop on here real quick and give you guys some updates today. A lot of people are asking, where have our videos been? What's going on? Or when's the car gonna be ready? So we haven't been completely honest with you guys, and those of you that follow us personally know that we've had some family issues going on. So the beginning of January, we lost my grandma. She was 92 years old. She lived a heck of a life, an amazing woman. At that age, you kind of know that those things are going to happen. The day that we buried my grandma, then CJ's loved one got put on hospice. We've been doing in and out of the hospital for about a year now with that particular person, so we kind of knew that was coming. But it doesn't make it any easier. I don't know which is worse, losing somebody suddenly or knowing that somebody's going to pass and it being a long process. That person was living without water. CJ had to go over and do some plumbing and fix the water. The living situations wasn't ideal, so we were trying to help with that. Sometimes all you can do is try. So that's what we've been doing. And then that same week we found out that I had emphysema in my lungs. Surprise! I haven't smoked in 20 years, and we don't use any aerosol sprays in our house because of Darren, and I'm not really around any pollutants in the air. So I had to go see a specialist. Everything checked out pretty good. It's a mild case, and it looks like as long as I stay healthy and keep doing what I'm doing, it shouldn't evolve into anything else. But nevertheless, it was kind of shocking and stressful, along with everything else that was going on. And then I believe earlier this month, then another one of CJ's family members had multiple strokes. They had a history of stroke, but it was surprised. So we were worried about that person's health and stuff. And then came home Friday and to find out that my dad has to have an emergency surgery. He's got a hernia that's wrapped around some organs, and they want to get in there and do surgery right away. I've also picked up a second job, so I've been training for my second job while working my regular job. I've been working about 7 or 8 days a week, and CJ's been trying to help me with all that training and stuff, along with rebuilding the car. We are due to order an oil pan. Yay, I'm winning on that one. And rockers this week. He did have some of the engine put back together, but he told me yesterday that he's got to tear it back down because of something that they caught that they want to fix. I think that we'll probably be out testing the car maybe by the end of March and then ready to race in April. It's a little bit longer than what we wanted, but a lot of personal things have been going on. And from what I've been seeing from everybody else, we're no different. Lots of people have lost family members this year, or sick, or dealing with sickness of their own. It's just not something that we wanted to put in the videos because it's been hard enough to deal with personally. So we've been busy running mini waffles to get the Cobra and Cash and Cobra waffle filled up. We look to have that done by the end of March so we can get somebody a winner. Everybody that's been going through some difficult things, we're no different than you. Just wanted to let you know that it's going to be a little bit on the car this season. Hopefully it comes out bigger and better than ever. And hopefully everybody, we miss seeing everybody, and hopefully it's a great race season. Also, if you guys didn't get a chance to watch the Q&A, it has a lot of good details in it, some plans for the future. However, we did do that unexpectedly last minute. CJ forgot about it. We didn't have the mics on. The sound is horrible. The battery went dead at some point. The connection froze. But if you do want to watch it, you would probably have to watch it with the sound completely up. Our apologies for that, and we'll try to do another one soon.